So what we saw about 2 years ago was really a lot of weakness first in the technology sector after these companies over-earned for a period of time during COVID. That then transitioned to the healthcare sector. We saw a lot of damage through life sciences, through the pharma sector. And now what we're seeing is that we're seeing the consumer start to crack. And that's the reason why we've had rates higher for longer. This is what we need for inflation to come down. And what it may do is force consumer companies to cut prices.
So you're talking about luxury also cutting prices?
Yes, what we did need to see is we need to see consumer demand weaken. And we need to see consumer demand weaken right across every geography for inflation pressures to come down. And that's what we're starting to see finally. We're starting to see a rate cutting cycle starting to appear on the horizon. And what we need to see last was a crack in the luxury sector. And that's what we're starting to see. So this means that we're finally starting to make significant progress towards bringing inflation down.
It's interesting we're focusing on the luxury sector rather than the mass market consumer. There is no bigger mass market consumer company out there than perhaps Nike as well. And it's just one I'm absolutely fascinated. They've got a lot wrong. There's not been enough product innovation out there as well. But my goodness me, it's Nike. And I just think it is the brand of choice for so many global consumers as well. The stock last traded at $73.42, which is a dramatic decline than the $123 it was trading in back in December as well. You like the likes of Nike, don't you?
Yeah, so we invest in innovators across every sector, and we run a watch list of 200 companies.
So what's innovating about Nike at the moment? Don't get me wrong, I love sportswear. I own every brand of trainer out there as well. So I do have a pair of Nikes in my vast stable as well. But what is innovating about Nike that the others haven't got?
So one of the things that's misunderstood about Nike is it's got 8 times the amount of patents to any nearest competitor, say Adidas.
8 times the number of patents that Adidas has got.
So 34,000 global patents. So it is an amazing innovator. It has had a misstep, there's no doubt about that. But when we watch the Paris Olympics, the marathon coming up soon, what you'll notice is that every single runner
They're all wearing
is wearing
flies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really a great runner. I plod along, but I tell you what.
Says the ex-Olympic athlete. I don't know if our viewers know this, but you were an Olympic rower.
Yeah, well, rowing is all about sitting down, going backwards as fast as you can. It's got
that.
absolutely nothing to do with running.
But for you to turn around to me, who's an amateur runner, and say, I'm not that good at running, just let's put this in context, Storm. Okay, carry on, sir.
Upper body strength too versus legs, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly. So the great thing about Alpha Flies is that if you're a poor runner, it makes you go faster. So I clomp along. I've got absolutely no finesse at all. And it's got a carbon plate which absorbs the downward pressure and then bounds you off the other way.
So Adidas, so I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I'm just trying to make the case for the opposite. They've all got carbon plates now.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we saw with, say, Netflix 2 years ago, is that when you get a shift in the consumer, you get weakness because of more competition. What you have is you have the leaders across every industry step up and innovate. And what Nike came out, they're cutting costs of $1 billion over the next year. They're going to reinvest that in product innovation. And what we're expecting over the next 6 months is a lot of new products coming to market. And it's going to be great time when they get more visibility with the Olympics. But we see this over and over again that during cyclical weakness, the leaders across every industry step up and they move forward. And I think that's probably what we're going to see with LVMH in the luxury sector. So we're seeing, the laggards in the luxury sector probably get hit more than the leaders. But what we've seen time and time again is that when you go through economic weakness through a particular industry, is that the leaders are able to invest more in R&D, they're able to speed up the innovation cycle, and they're able to bring new products to market.